According to the BBC, the equipment that powers England's smart motorway network frequently fails to function. Panorama got figures that revealed hundreds of situations in which critical safety equipment failed. A traffic officer who works on the network told the programme that he no longer believes it is safe. National Highways, the entity in charge of smart motorways, dismisses the claims. Smart motorways are segments of road that utilize technology to try to control traffic flow and reduce congestion. There are 193 miles of all-lane running motorway, which means that the hard shoulder has been permanently removed to provide an extra lane. Another 63 miles of smart highway have the hard shoulder open to traffic at times, and another 140 miles of the network have the hard shoulder retained. Radar and cameras are designed to detect broken-down vehicles, and warning signs are supposed to close the affected lanes. According to National Highways, the latest data demonstrates that smart motorways are our safest roads. However, the removal of the hard shoulder raises worries about the safety of drivers who break down. Cars can become stranded in a stream of fast-moving traffic, and rescue vehicles may struggle to get to an incident. Last year, the government stated that it will cease the construction of additional smart motorways due to cost and safety concerns. It is spending £900 million on technology to make the existing network safer, but there are no plans to return the hard shoulder. According to figures supplied in response to Panorama's Freedom of Information requests, 397 incidences occurred between June 2022 and February 2024 when smart highways lost electricity, making it harder to detect when a car broke down. These disruptions occasionally persisted for days. For 5 days in July 2023, there were no signs, signals, cameras, or radar at junction 18 on the M6. In September 2023, there were no signs, signals, or CCTV for 5 days at junction 22 on the M62. In December 2023, there were no signs, signals, sensors, or CCTV for 3.5 days at junction 6 on the M5. The worst difficulties occurred during the most recent time covered by the FOI numbers. In the 6 months preceding up to February 2024, there were 174 power outages, or nearly one per day. The longest period occurred at M4 junction 14, where no signals or sensors were detected for 11 days. Edmund King, president of the AA, believes that without technology or a hard shoulder, smart highways become extremely dangerous. If you haven't got that technology, it's not even a basic motorway because you haven't got the hard shoulder, he said. It means that you're playing Russian roulette with people's lives. According to National Highways, restoring the hard shoulder would increase traffic congestion, and there are well-practiced contingency procedures in place to deal with power outages. Power outages aren't the only issue. According to National Highways, there were 2,331 errors in 2022 on the radar system, which is supposed to detect stationary cars. The average fault length was more than 5 days. A traffic police for National Highways who works on smart highways but wishes to remain anonymous told Panorama that he no longer believes the radar because he has seen it fail far too often. Sometimes it's faulty, he says. When they're fixing something, they'll turn it off. I don't always realize it's off. According to National Highways, radar identifies 89% of stopped vehicles, however 1 out of every 10 is not detected. Since their introduction in 2010, smart motorways have killed at least 79 people. 7 coroners have called for safety improvements in the last 5 years. According to the latest numbers from National Highways, if you break down on a smart road without a hard shoulder, you are 3 times more likely to be killed or seriously injured than on one with a hard shoulder. Claire Mercer has been advocating for the reintroduction of the hard shoulder since her husband Jason was killed on an all-lane section of the M1 in 2019. She claims she is frequently emailed by concerned National Highways personnel who want her to warn the public about dangerous problems and outages, a situation she describes as absolutely ridiculous. As part of its upgrading plan, the government vowed to build extra emergency refuges in 2020, which are safety laybys that motorists can utilize if they get into problems. Although 150 are expected to be erected by next year, only 13 have been completed thus far. According to National Highways, an additional 34 refuges are under construction. According to Andrew Page-Dove, the agency's operational control director, effort is being done to close the gap between how drivers feel and what the safety statistics show. This would include not only new emergency sites, but also education campaigns and enhancing the resilience of technology systems. Safety is our highest priority and our motorways are statistically some of the safest in the world, he said.